Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we do have Nadula Hair sponsoring today's hair tutorial. As you guys can see, they do have a lot of goodies inside their bags, like the wig caps, the elastic band, and even the head wrap scarf thing. So I really love that. Now this is the wig. It is a 22-inch curly lace frontal. I really did love the lace because it might look a little bit crazy on camera, but the fact that it was really thin and also like it was a little bit on the browner, you know, side, which is better for me because I am on the darker side. So this lace was gonna go perfectly, I could already tell. So right here, what I'm doing is basically going in and just flat ironing the front of the hair so I can get ready for me to actually pluck it a little bit more. As you guys can see, it is slightly plucked, but for the look that I'm going for, I kind of wanted it to look like have that over pluck look. So I am gonna go back in and pluck it. And one thing I do have to know is that their knots wasn't as big, because I have been getting a lot of like big knots. Even from my hair company, I've been getting like a lot of big knots, but for this one I can really say that they're knots. It's not the smallest, but it is like not as noticeable as all the other companies, so I really love that. When I wear curly hair, I really like the really big puffy look, so that's why I'm going in and just using the brush to, you know, brush out the hair just so it can look a little bit more, you know, fuller and not so uniform as it looked before. Right now I'm going ahead and just, you know, testing out the wig to see how it feels, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in and take out the ear tabs. Now this is very self-explanatory, honestly, guys. I've done a lot of videos on me installing my wigs before. For this video, I really wanted to focus on, like, you know, the baby hairs, even though I failed at doing the baby hairs, but it's mainly what's supposed to be about the baby hairs. So like I said, right now all I'm doing is just taking out my ear tabs. Again, this is a really important part because I did kind of like messed up here. I had to go back and just cut off some more because it was kind of bothering me. So it's very important that you cut off the right amount of lace when it does come to your ear tabs and not have any lace sitting on top of your ears. Like, I can't stress that enough. But as you guys can see, this wig literally fit me to the T. If it was any like half an inch smaller, it would not have fit my head, but it fit perfectly. And what I did go do, as you guys can see, I took it off my head. Now I'm readjusting it. I did go ahead and put in my Ruby Kisses level 15 powdered foundation because I wanted it to have a little more, you know, skin appeal, because I'm not going to be putting on any type of I'm not putting on a cap, so I'm literally just slapping the wig on my head. And I'm going to be using a Ghost Bond. Honestly, I feel like all these glues are the same. I really do want to try the Erica J glue to see if I do see any difference. But from the Ghost Bond and like the Bold Hold, all of them kind of seem the same to me. So that's what I'm using right now. And I'm only going to be using one layer because I don't want the lace to stay for too long, but I want it to have a strong, like, you know, stronger hold than the Gots to Be hairspray. And as you guys can see, I already went ahead and split the lace in thirds just to make it a little bit easier for me when I'm applying the lace. As you guys can see, I go from the middle, from side to side. I'm not sure if I did show this part, but I did go in with alcohol before, you know, applying the glue, just so it can stay a little bit longer. You know, the more oils you have on your skin, the less the glue is gonna stick. So make sure you guys did wipe your forehead with alcohol, just so the glue can stick a little bit better. Okay, so there's a lot that I really could have done different with this install, just for me, for all the mistake that I did not to happen. Like normally after I did apply the glue and I laid down the lace, I would go ahead with an elastic band and use an elastic band to hold it down, but I actually didn't do that time. I don't know why. I guess I was being lazy, but I would highly suggest you do that part, just so the not just for the lace to melt, but to give the glue enough time for it to dry, because you guys are gonna see that like I made a few mistakes because the glue didn't really dry with the lace yet, and I was gonna go ahead with with liquids on top of the lace, so I wouldn't suggest you do that. Okay, as you guys can see, I am going to be taking the Tailored Crown, I believe, lace tint and caramel, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I went ahead and sprayed that on my head, but I really shouldn't do that because, look, I had to go back because the lace literally melted the very next second. So make sure that your lace is like already dried before you go ahead and put liquids. Even if it's just a spray, I would suggest you go ahead and just make sure your lace is down first, like dry completely, before you go ahead and put liquid on top of it. Because I did have to go back and glue the little sections that were lifting before I went ahead with my Tresemme spray to go ahead and use the elastic band to tie down my edges so everything can be melted. Now, I didn't do this with this install, but normally when I do have curly hair in, when I do spray it inside the water, inside the water bottle, I would normally mix, some type of leave-in conditioner with the water so the hair can be moisturized and for it not to look so I don't know, so it doesn't look dry. So I would suggest put in some leave-in conditioner and mix it with the water so your hair could look a little bit more moisturized. And also, like I said, I don't really like my hair to be too defined. As you guys can see, I'm using my fingers and not like a brush because I don't want them too defined. But if you did want it defined, I would say after you do this part, you go with the paddle brush and then you go ahead with the foam so it could go ahead and look as defined as you guys seen the wig before. All right, so I know after I took off the elastic band, I know you guys still see a slight bit of a white tone. Now, what I've realized is it doesn't matter. Like realized that every install always has that little white cast. And honestly, I feel like after you leave it for a while, it does eventually go away. As you guys can see, I really didn't do anything to it, but after you give it a few, I'm not gonna say minutes, but give it a few and actually wear it out for a while, the white cast is literally just gonna go away. So don't even really worry about it. I know it doesn't look as serious. It really didn't look that bad on in person, but on the camera is making it look wider than it really was. But like I said, that white cast literally is gonna go away by itself. So don't even worry about it if you do your hair and then you realize that it just keeps having that white film on it. That's fine, it's gonna eventually go away. Now when it came to my baby hairs, this, like I said, this was supposed to be a baby hair tutorial type of video, not really install. But when I tell you guys, I struggled. You guys are gonna see with the next few clips, but I literally was struggling with my baby hairs. I really was trying to attempt this different baby hairs that I seen. more Jada been doing. Like, you know, she's known for like her really dramatic baby hairs. So I wanted to see if I was able to like attempt it with, you know, a lace and not like natural hair. And when I tell you, child, that was I'm not going to say it was a mistake because I really felt like it was possible. But when I tell you I was over it because it just wouldn't lay as it didn't want to lay how I wanted it to lay. So I eventually did give up and just did my regular baby hairs. But a lot of people seem to still like the way that I did my baby hairs at the end when I posted my picture on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram in the description bar down below. But everybody seemed to like that way that I did it, which I didn't record. But if you guys do want me to do a more in-depth, you know, baby hair tutorial, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comments down below so I can know to, you know, record a very detailed baby hair for you guys, because baby hairs really take a while. Like, it's really a touch and go thing. It's not something that happens in a few. Out of my whole install, baby hairs is what really takes the longest out of me doing my hair. But if you want it to look a certain type of way, it is going to take a while for you guys to actually, you know, get the result that you want. You just got to keep playing with the hair and stuff until it gets to the way that you like it to be. As you guys can see, I was just playing with it, trying to make it look like fluffy and all twirled and stuff like that. I failed, but go ahead and enjoy these clips of me basically struggling with my baby hairs. Like, literally 45 minutes later, I just gave up with, like, you know, the way that I was trying to do it, and just went back to my original baby hairs, which I still really loved. And I really love the way that they came out with this curly hair. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys love these baby hairs, because I really do love the little swoops that, you know, that's been going on. But this is literally kind of the final look. This is me all dolled up, you guys. Like, I don't know, like, curly hair really does something for me. Like, and this is not my first time wearing Nadula's curly hair, and honestly, they have not let me down, because this wig literally is amazing. I really am in love with this hair, and everybody, once I post a picture, like, people were literally in love with it. But again, thank you Nadula Hair for sponsoring this video. All the information will be in the description bar down below. Let me know what you guys think of this look in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, loves.